Hello and Happy New Year, I guess. I haven't been active on this channel for the latter months of 2023 because a certain someone wanted me to finish a chapter of a certain video game that isn't suitable for young audiences. In the spirit of the new year, hopefully this video is done by January, I have created a New Year's resolution despite growing up thinking that I don't have to do it. So, I'm an artist and I suck at finishing projects. So, I'm gonna try to finish every work in progress artwork I have in my IbisPaint gallery. Starting off with this. This is a doodle for my OC for a Danganronpa Discord server, and I think it is a cute post since it matched one of my recent artworks, which looks like a profile picture. So, let's get right into it. So, the first half of the speed paint was done roughly 2 years ago, sometime in 2022. This post was originally for Venti, but I ended up reusing it for Amai Charlotte, the ultimate doll maker. That is her name actually. I won't go too deep into her backstory, but she's sort of like Kyoko Sayonji, but an introvert and not a bully. Anyway, since this doodle was like a messy sketch, all I had to do was clean it up. And this cleanup sketch ended up becoming my line art. First, I struggled with the hair and added some flyaways. I kind of diverted my attention to the body and immediately fixed the anatomy because while this pose is indeed possible, it just looked awkward and uncomfortable and the silhouette looked too square for the more cuter and softer vibe I wanted. Of course, redoing the body sketch means struggling with the clothes, so what you're seeing right now is a new sketch. While the original doodle has cat ears, just only cat ears for the cute factor, I decided to push it more and add a few things that wasn't in her original design, which you can see in the corner. She doesn't have a belt color and lace on her sailor uniform thing, but just to push the cat girl vibe. After suffering with the wrinkles on the clothes, I go back and finish the hair and beret while also adding a paw clip. I wanted to add a design to her beret as well, but I decided not to because it might look busy after I add the colors. The face. Oh god. I struggled with the face so much. Like, an unbelievable amount of attempts just to draw that mouth. I don't know how to draw like a tongue sticking out. Anyways, eyes were my favorite part of the drawing. I wanted her to be looking up, annoyed, but still looking cute. Also, I decided to sketch the coloring of the eyes, and instead of doing the Danganronpa style or these gradients I do, I decided to mimic the eyes from the music video of Aqua's cover of Mo So Aspartame, since I have been listening to that on loop. Anyway, coloring is my favorite part, but I suck at color theory. So yeah, you can see that I put the background last minute because I just remembered that the color of the background affects what colors you use for the character. I just compiled a bunch of color palettes from Pinterest just to try and see what looked good. Now, there were a lot of times where I had to use hue, saturation, and lightness to fix the colors, especially with the dark purple and the pinks. They were kind of clashing with the blues and it was kind of a hard balance. Oh, you can see me that I finished coloring the eyes. But for some reason I was struggling with shading. Everything just looked too muddy. So I decided to redo it and instead do a thing where the shadows are outlined and the cell shading is like one color but on a multiply layer. That looked really good, so I just went with it. I also added some gradients just to amplify it. I honestly didn't know what to do with the background. so I just kind of did whatever. I mean, of course I ended up just checking out some stuff from Pinterest, and this is how it ended up looking. Here's also a before and after, though I think it's a little unfair to compare the two, since one of them was obviously a rushed sketch, while the other one was obviously a finished drawing. Though I can see some improvements, I guess. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. I know these aren't gacha related, and they're just more art focused, but yeah, that's all I had to say.